Why you got your face like that? So, babe.
Yes.
You are a parent of 3 kids.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes feel weird that we have 3 kids.
Yeah.
You know why it feels weird?
Why?
Because when I first met you,
Oh my God.
her first thing she told me when we started getting serious, I'm not having no kids.
I didn't want any kids.
She didn't want kids at all.
At all. Like, no, I don't want to.
So now that we have kids, it's like, you know, Kennedy just went to college, DJ's 16, Kensington's 12. You know, they're growing up fast. And, you know, it's like, my wife now has baby fever. No.
Why?
I haven't calculated in my mind where when Kensington graduates and goes to college and actually finishes college, we can retire in between that transition. Like, because Kensington's what now? He's in 7th grade. By the time he's a sophomore, it's set now. I have it set where we could retire. But if Deborah, you heard what I said, Deborah has another child, we can't do that. So I think we should just get a dog, a fish.
We have Atlee.
Yeah, we have Atlee. Our Deborah's best friend's dog. We babysit him a lot. But
So we already checked that off. We've already had a fish. That didn't work.
We already had kids, so we're good.
And that did work. It worked. So we could do it one more.
Jesus.
We could do one more. Couldn't we do one more, baby?
No. Babe,
Just one. I mean, it's so
I can't. Not that I
grow
can't.
up and you just
It's
like
just,
to hug.
I mean, I love kids. Don't get me wrong. I love kids. But I just don't want to. I don't want to risk it with their health, babe. I don't. See, that's a good answer, isn't it?
Please, Dwayne, please. Dwayne, please.
Do you want me to elaborate why I said that?
I know it. I mean, I've had difficult pregnancies.
So every pregnancy Deborah's had, she had to have C-section.
You know, no, to be fair, once you have your
The
first
first one.
C-section, they're not letting you try
Kennedy
to push
was
no
not
baby out.
moving.
Kennedy was not moving. She was stubborn. I mean, she literally was balled up. They had to move her around
She would not.
for her to kind of like open up and release. But that girl was not trying to move.
And I think somebody's blood pressure dropped. Was it hers or yours?
Hers.
Hers. And they were like, they get her out. So she had a C-section. And since then, they were like, how to have C-sections for if any more kids you have. But, when was this? 2020?
My DJ. When I
No, I'm talking about
before DJ.
no, after DJ. Since we've been here. The Miscarriages.
Oh yeah.
What year was that?
It started in 2019.
So 2019.
Well, prior to that, before
Yeah.
the year before DJ was born, I had a miscarriage.
So in between DJ and Kensington, Kennedy, or had a miscarriage. And then DJ came. And then Kensington came. And then after Kensington, what, 2019? Or how many miscarriages you had?
6.
6 miscarriages. And the last one was rough. Like, she had to go to the hospital They rushed her to surgery. And I'll let you finish telling them.
Yeah. You know, that's what we was going to talk about today. You know? Yeah.
So you have 6 miscarriages.
Yes, I had 6 miscarriages. And they were pretty close, like back to back.
In 1 year.
In 1 year. It was difficult. It was very difficult. Like, I was in a very, very dark place. I remember the first one that happened was Memorial Day weekend, and we stayed in Virginia. We didn't travel that weekend. We stayed here, and we went to eat dinner. Well, we went to get food, and we came back. Like, I just started having this sharp pain. It's like a cramp. The first time it came like it's a cramp, and I was like, oh, okay, that's different. But then I kept having these sharp pains to the point where it had me like I couldn't move. I was in the bed. You remember I was in the bed and I just screamed for you to come help me because I couldn't move. And when I finally got to a point where it was I was comfortable and could stand up, like I was like, I need to go to the emergency room.
At this time, she didn't know she was pregnant. I think none of them knew you were pregnant.
No. And we went to the emergency room that night, and I remember you came in with the kids, and when the doctor came in, he was like, can the kids step out for a minute? And so I was like, oh shoot, what's about to happen here? And he was like, so we ran some tests and he's like, you're pregnant. I was like, what? He was like, yeah. He said, you're pregnant. You're definitely pregnant. And we need to figure out like what's going on with the baby. Like, and he was like, the OBGYN is that's on call. We're just gonna have the OBGYN to come. It was funny because he had asked me, he was like, what's your OBGYN name? So we can let your OBGYN know. And I told him. And so they notified the OBGYN that was on call. They were going to give you some medicine to help, like with the pain for right now. But the OBGYN will be down. And within an hour, the OBGYN comes down. And as fate would have it, it was my doggone OBGYN. She was like, they told me that I had a patient down here. And I was like, a patient? I ain't got no patient down here. And when she said, she's like, and when I looked at the name, I was like, oh, I'm going to get her because I told her to come back to me and she didn't come back to her appointment. And she was like, girl, we got to figure out what's going on. And I remember I was admitted into the hospital that night. And she was like, we're going to see if this is a viable pregnancy. What's happening. And then the next day is when I found out that I was miscarrying.
Yeah. You had to have surgery?
Not that time.
Not that time.
That time they kept me until my HCG levels started to drop, and to make sure that like I was stable to go back home.
So when did you have to have surgery? When was that?
So this was like the third one.
Yeah.
When the third one happened, I had to have a procedure done. And she was like, hopefully with this procedure, like it would prevent you from having like any more miscarriages. And then I was in the hospital a couple of days too. I remember you took my phone from me and everything so that I could just rest and just like get myself together.
Yeah, Deborah was, like she said, she was in a dark place. After that last one, she was in a bad place. Like, to the point where I told her, we gotta get you some help. Like, because she was just sad. Like, she was depressed and didn't know it, I think. But I could see the difference. And so I signed her up for therapy. But I think the biggest thing for her was, through all of this, she was also dealing with one of her best friends dealing with cancer, who was dying. We didn't know it at the time.
I mean, I knew.
You knew it, but it was progressing rapidly. COVID was happening, and she had just dealt with a lot of loss. Like, she had groups of people that had just left her, and some were family members and some weren't, and so it was hard for her. And people thought that she was icing them out, but in all actuality, Deborah was depressed, and she was struggling. And I felt bad for her because my wife has always been the kind of person that she would drop everything for people. And I think what really hurt her, and I'm speaking for you, is that she expected herself from others, and she didn't get that. And so it was a lot. And then the other thing that happened was her Facebook account had gotten hacked doing all of this. And so she lost a lot of her pictures of the kids when they were younger. So that was causing her to spiral. So she had to start a new account all over. It was just a lot for her. And she was in a new position at work, and man, I was doing all I could just to make her happy and to try to keep her afloat. But I knew my limits. And so I was like, I'm signing you up for therapy.
I know. He was like, your first appointment is this day at this time. Get home on time so that you can be ready to have your first session. I will say that was one of the best things that you could have ever done for me. Other than praying for me, like, signing me up for therapy was just like a game changer for me. It really was, because I was in a low place. A place I never want to ever get to again.
Yeah.
But my therapist was phenomenal. And I love that she used scriptures to help ground me and to help me with strategies. Our conversation always was rooted and grounded in a scripture, and I really love that about her. A powerful therapist. Oh my gosh, she is a powerful therapist. She really started helping me to see things in ways in which was like showing me how to take accountability, but also being able to see like how I was hurt by things and by people, and like what to do with that hurt, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It was a very powerful experience.
Yep. And therapy is real. Like, it was to the point where here I am putting my wife in therapy, not knowing later on in life I would need a therapist. Because I was dealing with the things that I didn't even think was bothering me was actually bothering me. Some things that had happened throughout my life, and the loss of my father. And for those of you who don't know, my mom's dementia is just a lot. And then just being a black man in America, I was just dealing with just a lot of emotions that I did not, or didn't think was a problem. It was affecting me in different ways. And I think my wife saw it, and my kids felt it, because I was at that time, I've always worked in high demand jobs and traveled a lot, and so it was like the stress and the burnout of travel That's not yours. Was real. And I wasn't really, the wear and tear of flying all the time was a lot. There'll be some days, I'll wake up. Next day I had to go to LA, California, come back,
stay home for a day or two.
Sometimes I wouldn't come home. Like I'd be gone for 2 weeks straight. It was just a lot. Not complaining. I love travel, but I think a lot of people don't understand. Like when I travel, it's not for pleasure. It's like I go from the airport to the hotel or convention center, back to the airport, home, and then all over again. So it's not like a pleasure thing.
Yeah, you're always on.
I'm always on. I'm never off.
So.
Yeah. So therapy is real. If you have health insurance, or even if you don't,
there are ways to get support.
There are ways to get support for therapy. Therapy is good.
Yes.
You need more than just God and the Bible to help you.
And that's why He put the right people on this earth who are trained to support, you in different avenues of life. When I say my therapist was like a lifesaver for me, that woman, woo! I mean, there would be times where I would literally cry after my therapy session.
Laura would come to me, why are we paying for this? Why am I paying her to treat me like this? Because
she was very firm and like she did not play with me. She was like, because you have so much potential. Like you are a very sweet, very good person. And she was like, I'm not gonna let you fail yourself. And when I say she did not let up on me, like there'll be times where I think that I'm gonna skip today's session. She calling me, girl, let's log on. It's time.
Yeah. But I think the important thing for you was, like you said, she was rooted it in the Bible. And yes, God is real. God, I'm a strong believer. But I also think God gave us common sense and put the right people in place for you to get help. Because there are some things that we hide away. I think we hide from God, and we don't even understand how it affects our lives, but ultimately how it affects others. And how we transfer that onto our kids. Not intentionally, but unintentionally. So get your therapist. We did. It helped us out tremendously.
It helped us out tremendously. Like, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Now, if I could just find a therapist to help her stop shopping.
Excuse me. You see how your ADHD came into play right there? Like, your ADHD really came into play.
If you out there, call me. Send me a message.
I don't shop that much anymore. Matter of fact, I
think we need to cut
you shop more than me now.
All right, y'all. It was good. Hey, it was good. It was good. It was good meeting you.
Yeah. Now you want to log off. And see, you're not even paying attention. Now you got to go across all of these lanes of traffic. All of these lanes of traffic. The devil had a trap set for you. But I had a praying grandmother.
Goodbye, Lord.
That's what she said.
All right, y'all. Peace out. Till next time.